People often ask me what I eat all day, especially because I eat a whole plant food diet, and because when I tell them my age, they want to know my secret, and most of it is about food. Hi, I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. I'm 64 years old as I'm filming, but I don't feel 64, and I don't look 64, because changing my diet changed me from the inside out. I also reversed osteoporosis when I was 61 years old. So let's take a look at what I eat on a typical day in the summer. I'm a fruit all morning kind of person. Mary Lou Henner got me started on that in 1998. I love my bowl of berries and bananas. I'm also a tea drinker, and I add almond milk. Some days I'll make a smoothie in my Vitamix blender. The smoothie will be fruit and water, and if I have greens on hand, such as spinach or kale, I'll include the greens. In the summer, I have a planter of parsley growing, so I'll add a sprig or two of parsley. I also include ground flaxseed, chia seeds if I'm going to drink the smoothie right away, or else the chia will turn the smoothie into pudding. Hemp heart seeds, a small piece of ginger, and anything else nutritious I have available. If I eat breakfast earlier in the day, I might get hungry before lunch with just fruit. In that case, I might have an apple, a pear, or an orange mid-morning. For lunch, I love to have a big salad. Greens, scallions, and cucumber usually make up the base of the salad. Then I add whatever else I have. Shredded carrots, tomatoes, lightly steamed broccoli, part of a roasted sweet potato that was refrigerated and cubed, avocado, or green peas. I top it off with some combination of raw nuts and seeds, such as pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts, pecans, cashews, sliced almonds, or Brazil nuts. I love to make my own salad dressings because then the ingredients don't get out of control with the oils and sugars. One of my favorites is Jane Esselstyn's baritone dressing recipe, which I tweaked a bit. And she also has a dressing that is only apple cider vinegar and a banana blended in a small food processor. It's surprisingly delicious. One of my other sources for salad dressing ideas is in the book Straight Up Food, where there's a 2-page spread of ingredient ideas to pop into your blender to create a delicious salad dressing that's also nutritious. I'll link to that recipe book and everything else I'm mentioning in the description box and first comment below the video. Now, in that lunch clip, you'll also see a salsa I made from canned black beans that I drained, but I didn't rinse, half of a package of frozen corn that's been defrosted, and a container of fresh salsa in my preferred mild hotness. Mixed together, it makes an awesome salsa. Instead of using chips, I had wedges of orange bell pepper that day. Now, I also like the salsa on circles of sliced sweet potato that I make ahead of time. I'll slice the sweet potato into circles that are between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch thick. I'll roast them on parchment paper on a baking sheet at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Then I let them cool. I refrigerate the slices until it's time to eat them, and they'll last for a few days in the refrigerator. When I interviewed Dr. Stephen Lom a while back, he mentioned this is how he eats salsa and other dips. Now, he said he puts the raw sweet potato slices into a regular toaster, but I found it took too long, and the slices don't get to the right doneness. So the oven roasting cooks the slices of sweet potato perfectly. Let's get started with before dinner. I might need a bite of something while I'm making dinner. A favorite is the spinach artichoke dip that I make in a big batch, and I freeze some in smaller portions. I need to make a video for this recipe. I haven't done that yet. It's really that good. Here I'm spreading the dip on crackers, but I've used the bell pepper wedges for this dip too, and it's delicious. Dinner can be a hodgepodge of dishes and whatever I have. It just depends on my meal planning and shopping or lack of planning. Any kind of vegetables is fair game. This is when I might steam some broccoli and make plenty to also use cold later in salads. When I'm eating broccoli, not in a salad, to season it, I'll spray it with Bragg's liquid aminos. If you've never purchased this before, go get yourself some. First, buy it in the spray bottle, then later buy the larger refill bottle. The sprayer ensures I get a taste of it without dousing it or making the broccoli too salty. I also like roasted cauliflower, roasted cabbage, and I have a carrot dish that I love called Sweet Carrots Au Naturel from Marilyn Diamond's The American Vegetarian Cookbook, which is an oldie but a goodie, and you can still find copies of it online. Not too long ago, it was actually kind of chilly for summer in June, and I pulled out some frozen vegan cassoulet, which is a bean-based dish that was cooked in a slow cooker. I serve it over either rice or quinoa. I did a video showing how to make this a while back, and that video's in the description box, and it has the ingredient list for it as well. I'll link to that video too. So as another dinner option with a bunch of vegetables in the house, in the kitchen, I'll make a stir fry. I did this a couple nights ago with broccoli, carrots, onions, celery, garlic, fresh ginger, soy sauce, green peas, and I usually use brown rice, but I had some white sushi rice, which is the sticky rice already cooked, so that's what I use. I also had some fresh squeezed lime juice in the refrigerator, so I added that too, which gave it a little zing. Before I get to dessert, which I like delicious food, I want to say that I know food is emotional. We get all kinds of emotions about food, which leads us to eat things that aren't good for us, or which leads us to eat certain food out of habits we've developed over time. Osteoporosis is one small thing, and for an overwhelming majority of you, you're not going to die from osteoporosis, nor from a complication from osteoporosis such as falling. You're much more likely to die of heart disease, complications from high blood pressure, such as a stroke, complications from type 2 diabetes, or from cancer. Now, the way I eat and have been eating has assured me that I have none of these. I also don't worry about osteoporosis or osteopenia. If I focus my diet on being healthy and not having these comorbidities, then I'm fine. To help you navigate this, I created a set of 3 courses, the first of which is called Kickstart Your Health, which helps you take steps at your own pace to make changes one at a time so that you stay encouraged, stick to it, learn to love the new food, and learn to love the new you. The course has videos, PDF files you can download and either print out or use on a screen, and a recipe book to get you started on new habits for shopping, cooking, and eating. I'll have the link to the Kickstart course in the description box and first comment, or you can go to my website, GloryB-TV.com, and in the menu bar, click Courses. For dessert in the summer, I like the fresh fruit that's in season, things like cherries, and I found a huge container of my favorite Rainier cherries that they sell at Costco and at Sam's Club, but you can find these at your local grocery stores in June and July. They're this yellow-orange color, and the flavor is different from the dark and red cherries. Oh my gosh, they're so good. The grapes are great at this time of year, and I go through them, alternately buying grapes with some other fruit from week to week. When I buy watermelon, I'll make watermelon gazpacho soup, the cold soup, and I'll juice some of the watermelon in a juicer. I also found that my little puppy is wild for watermelon, as well as for string broccoli stems. I also like frozen fruit bars on hot days. Even Aldi has some that are all fruit, like in mango and pineapple. To satisfy my love for chocolate, I love my chocolate banana chia pudding and my raw chocolate mousse, and I like both of those topped with coconut cream. I'll list the links for those recipes in the description box too. If you like chocolate, you don't want to miss those. This is how I eat and how I keep my weight at my high school weight. It gives me great energy to get up early every morning and be on the go all day. Make sure to check out everything I mentioned by opening the description box or the first comment below the video. Then check out one of my other videos by tapping its image on the right side of your screen, and I'll see you in the next video.